The big meeting between the Prime Minister and the Chief Ministers of the country is going on to decide the future as far as India is concerned. What is the way forward for the COVID-induced lockdown? The Prime Minister, the latest coming in, we have got inside details of what the Prime Minister in fact said to the Chief Minister in the meeting. The Prime Minister who's chairing the meeting said there has been laxity in enforcing lockdown in few places. Challenges have increased. The Prime Minister also said night curfew has proved to be effective tool. The Prime Minister also informed the Chief Ministers that we wanted the people to stay where they were, but they want to go back home. As a result, we had to change the strategy. This is regarding the migrants and what initially has happened. Now, the Prime Minister also told the Chief Minister we have to ensure rural India remains free from coronavirus. Details coming in right from inside the meeting. Rahul Srivastav joining us with more details on this. We also have India Today's consulting. All right, Editor Rajiv Sardesai, who's going to join us in just a short while from now. Rahul, important details that you are getting from inside the meeting. Key thus, the Prime Minister also underlining the fact that the strategy had to change because for the migrants, because of the desire of the people to go back home. It gives you a sense that government is tweaking the policies as we go in the lockdown. Many things were not planned initially.
Yes, Ankit, there has been a very clear admission by the Prime Minister that strategies needed to be changed as there was a question of both life and livelihood. And the Chief Prime Minister saying that there has been laxity in as far as the implementation of the lockdown or the adherence is concerned, and that is increasing the challenges, or perhaps what he's indicating increase in the spiking the cases, is perhaps he's flagging what is happening in states like Maharashtra and even his home state Gujarat, where the cases are increasing and somehow there is a sense of despair. Also, the Prime Minister very importantly indicating that the government had to change strategy vis-a-vis the migrants. Also has said that now the effort should be to ensure that these cases don't reach the rural areas and the hinterland where a spike can be very, very dangerous. The Prime Minister has talked about how there is need for greater cooperation. What we are being told is that there is now an emerging picture in which states like Punjab, Trinamool Congress government in Bengal and others are in favor of an extension of the lockdown. But what they want is a graded exit from it, and also they want that the zoning of the country or the state areas in the state like red, green and orange should be left to the state. So what it means is that there is an attempt that there should be more federal strategizing as far as the exit from the lockdown is concerned. There are problems regarding labor and supply chain as far as the opening of the industry and businesses is concerned. That's also being flagged in this meeting.
May I request you to stay on with me, Rahul, because we are getting, more information right now. Few chief ministers have spoken, many are yet to speak. We are getting inside details from what the chief ministers want. Now, very quickly, let me also bring in Rajdeep Sardesai, consulting editor, India Today. Rajdeep, the Prime Minister at the beginning of this meeting making it very, very clear that there are few states which have not been able to enforce the lockdown as stringent as the country would have wanted. Admission from the Prime Minister as well that they had to tweak the strategy with the migrant laborers. They were not ready for it. They had to tweak it as the lockdown progressed.
That's right. You see, Ankit, I think what is very clear from today's meeting is that there is no chief minister really willing to really stake his or her political future and say, let's have a complete opening of the lockdown. Let's ensure full relaxations. What they are all talking about, and the word being used is calibrated. A calibrated exit, if possible, out of the lockdown. And as Rahul Srivastav importantly pointed out, the chief ministers want greater autonomy in taking decisions that concern the red, orange and green zones. That they should be allowed to decide which zone requires what kind of relaxation. So empower the chief ministers more is another mantra. However, what is very clear is that on certain issues like train travel, for example, KCR, K. Chandrasekhar Rao of Telangana, who's already gone ahead and said that the lockdown will extend till the end of May. He's made it very clear he's against the opening up of trains for passengers. So I think what you've got is different chief ministers in a way concerned about their own local activities and keen that rather than one size fits all for the entire nation, allow different states to have different strategies for COVID. And you're seeing that in Punjab with Amrinder Singh, who strongly believes that he must have the right to decide on red, green and orange zones. The BJP chief ministers have obviously fallen in line.
Right.
Then you have states like Maharashtra, which remain really caught in the COVID tangle because of the number of cases. They want a much stricter lockdown in places like Mumbai at the moment. And then you've got Kerala on the other extreme, which seems far more willing to even open up public transport internally. So different states now are making the plea that this cannot be a one-size-fits-all lockdown 4.0.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.